Thank you, Sharon, and OSP Magazine for inviting me to speak at the 2014 OSP Expo. The OSP Expo is an event focused on bringing together manufacturers, service providers, and carriers who are deeply involved in the development and maintenance of both wireless and wireline communication networks. I have almost 25 years experience in telecom, beginning with United Telephone Company, a wireline service provider, which evolved into Sprint, a wireless carrier today. My field of discipline is finance, and my current role in procurement allows me to interact with many of the service providers and manufacturers who have exhibits at the 2014 OSP Expo. What I want to share with you today is a glimpse of Sprint's network evolution, an overview of the changing ownership and leadership within Sprint, a video on the possible future of telecom, and finally, the role supplier partners will play in the continuing evolution of telecom, and specifically, the importance of both equipment manufacturers and service providers to Sprint's overall success. Sprint offers a comprehensive range of wireless and wireline communication services, bringing the freedom of mobility to consumers, businesses, and government users. Sprint served nearly 54 million customers as of June 30th, 2014. Sprint is widely recognized for developing, engineering, and deploying innovative technologies, including the first wireless 4G service from a national carrier in the United States. Leading prepaid brands including Virgin Mobile USA, Boost Mobile, and Assurance Wireless. Instant national and international push-to-talk capabilities, and a global Tier 1 internet backbone. The American Customer Satisfaction Index rated Sprint as the most improved company in customer satisfaction across all 43 industries during the last 6 years. In addition, Sprint has been named to Dow Jones Sustainability Index for North America in 2011, 2012, and 2013. Building an entirely new network from the ground up has been a challenging task. Network Vision is Sprint's plan to consolidate multiple network technologies into one seamless network with the goal of increasing efficiency and enhancing network coverage, call quality, and data speeds for customers across the United States. We now have a strong foundation on which we can continue to innovate and bring more capabilities and services to our customers. With a completely new platform in place, we are now shifting our focus to 3 key priorities. First, we will enhance our voice coverage by continuing to add more 800 megahertz to our footprint. Second, we will strengthen our LTE service with improved coverage of 800 megahertz LTE and higher speeds and capacity with our 2.5 gigahertz LTE builds. Third, we will relentlessly focus on network quality and optimization to ensure an optimal experience for all of our customers. In the past few months, we have doubled down on our efforts to improve our customer experience on our network. We are focusing more resources in the field. Our engineers are working individual cell site by cell site to ensure that they individually and collectively are performing at optimum levels. Our goal is to deliver best-in-class performance to our customers, and we are beginning to see the fruits of our labor. Sprint has the breadth and quantity of spectrum to deliver a world-class wireless experience. 1.9 gigahertz is the foundation of Sprint's network, providing broad market coverage for voice and data. The 1.9 gigahertz supports 3G data and LTE today. 800 megahertz optimizes in-building penetration and outdoor coverage. Sprint is harvesting the 800 megahertz acquired from Nextel. Over 60% of our postpaid customers base is on 800 megahertz voice-enabled handsets today. 2.5 offers enhanced data speeds and capacity in urban markets. More than 120 megahertz are available nationwide. TDD LTE, or time division duplex, allows for dynamic allocation of uplink and downlinks to maximize spectrum utilization and speeds. Carrier aggregation allows us to fatten the pipe to increase both speed and capacity. Initial deployment is 20 megahertz. Doubling creates 40 megahertz, and our goal is 3 times, which will create 60 megahertz of available capacity to our customers. This chart illustrates how the 3 spectrum positions in the new network will reduce the cost of maintaining the network and improve the overall customer experience. We are in the process of combining equipment previously deployed on standalone cell towers to a single tower, which will provide 1.9 gigahertz, 2.5 gigahertz, and 800 megahertz service to our customers. This will reduce the overall cost of maintaining the network and reduce our environmental impact with substantial reductions in energy-related costs. The new software-based platform will ensure an optimal customer experience utilizing the appropriate frequency for the provision of voice and data services. With the acquisition of Clearwire, we are now at approximately 55,000 microcell sites. The network vision deployment will ultimately reduce the overall number of macrocell sites required. As illustrated in this chart, the new network has substantially less equipment, resulting in both a reduced footprint and dramatically reduced energy requirements. We also anticipate utilizing small cells for capacity, coverage, and speed augmentation. Deployment will begin in 2014, growing in 2015 and beyond. Sprint Spark is a game changer. An 8T8R system is essentially a base station utilizing antennas with 8 transmit and 8 receive branches. The additional diversity leads to a better performance relative to systems with 2 branches, 2T, 2R, both in the downlink and uplink. Sprint Spark improves the coverage for 2.5 spectrum, effectively offsetting some of the disadvantages of the higher frequency. Based on preliminary results, we expect coverage gains of 20 to 25% in urban areas, 50% in suburban areas, and 70% in open or flat terrain when compared to 2T, 2R deployments. Sprint Spark enables advanced capabilities in LTE like advanced beamforming and MIMO techniques. We have expanded our LTE footprint in more than 250 million people. Sprint Spark is currently in 27 markets, and we have more than 24 Sprint Spark capable devices in the market. We continue to expect to cover 100 million people with LTE on the 2.5 gigahertz band by the end of this year. And we are excited to have begun the installation of 8 transmit, 8 receive, or 8T8R radios, which should significantly improve the coverage and speeds of our 2.5 gigahertz TDD LTE service. In addition, we continue to make good progress on the deployment of LTE on 800 megahertz, which now reaches more than 1/3 of our footprint. As previously stated, Sprint has an enviable spectrum position that provides us with significantly more capacity than the competition. With approximately 120 to 150 megahertz of 2.5 spectrum in the top 100 markets in the country, our high-band spectrum offers a unique advantage in that it can carry more data at higher rates than lower band spectrum. This capacity will allow us to deliver network speeds and consistency of experience that is industry-leading. Where all this comes to life is in our ability to offer customers the best value in wireless. Affordable, unlimited data offerings remain core to Sprint, and we're working hard to deploy the high-capacity network we need to serve our customers' ever-growing demand for mobile data. Another area we are focusing on is on our rural coverage, which has been underserved in terms of their ability from a wireless standpoint. Regional carriers and small operators in many markets are challenged due to several factors. One, providing strong mobile broadband coverage and service because of the expense of building new 4G LTE networks. Two, the lack of affordable nationwide 4G LTE roaming. And three, the inability to obtain a broad portfolio of cost-effective and popular devices which consumers demand. So Sprint developed a program with CCA, the Competitive Carriers Association, and reached an agreement with Net America Alliance to accelerate the deployment and utilization of 4G LTE across rural America and allow carriers in these regions low-cost access to Sprint's nationwide network and the ability to purchase a wider range of devices. These programs will foster a competitive 4G LTE wireless ecosystem, reducing roaming costs for carriers and improving competition, while expanding Sprint's coverage by giving its customers the ability to roam on regional and rural carrier networks. Through these programs, CCA carriers and Net America Alliance members are positioned to more efficiently and quickly deploy and support their owned and operated 4G LTE networks. In turn, Sprint's customers will be able to roam on the 4G LTE networks being built by CCA and Net America Alliance members across the country. Sprint has witnessed significant change in both its ownership and leadership over the past 2 years. In July 2012, SoftBank, under the leadership of Masayoshi Son, acquired a majority ownership in Sprint. Mr. Son is currently the chairman of the board of SoftBank and Sprint. Mr. Son has a vision to transform the international wireless marketplace and become the largest provider of wireless services in the world. He is bringing the innovative processes, tools, and strategies to Sprint, which have positioned SoftBank to be the fastest growing and most profitable wireless provider in Japan. In July 2012, Sprint acquired the remaining stock of Clearwire to become the sole owner of Clearwire's assets and customers. This past August, Marcelo Claure was named new chief executive for Sprint. Mr. Claure was previously the founder and owner of Brightstar, an international distributor of handsets and accessories. To our competitors, be informed. Sprint is back in the game. Back in the game means delivering the best value in wireless, best deal in postpaid data for families with Sprint's Family Share Pack, and for individuals with $60 unlimited. An amazing offer to new and existing customers for iPhone 6 with $50 unlimited talk, text, and data. And iPhone for Life, an iPhone leasing program providing a new iPhone every 24 months. Disrupting prepaid with data boost plans giving more data for less money. Improving the network. We focus on network quality and optimization to ensure an optimal customer experience. Enhancing voice coverage by expanding 800 megahertz. Strengthening LTE coverage, speeds, and capacity with 800 megahertz and 2.5 gigahertz LTE bills. Finally, a relentless focus on cost to improve margins and deliver greater value to our customers. I want to share with you a vision of how wireless technology is transforming our world. Video, please.
フルカウントだ、やってみろ。
Okay, let's see what you got.
They're ready. いいよ。
Ready.
Oh man, you really wrote that one.
Kyle, breakfast. Come on inside.
Sayonara, Dumara Asha. Gotta go.
Yeah, we'd love to see if you could get home early. We'd love to have you for Pop's birthday.
I'm trying. I'm looking into earlier flights, so we'll see.
Good. Hey, how you doing, pal?
Hey, bud.
Hi, Mom.
Kyle, come on. I'm gonna be late.
Em.
Hi, Mom.
Hello, sweetheart. Oh, I can get that 1:30.
Awesome.
Book it.
Have a good one out there. Go get him, huh? Hey, drive safe.
Safely.
Play music. Something my friends are listening to.
Okay, see if you like old Abram Brown.
Play it.
Hi, Emily. Are you taking Kyle to camp?
Yeah.
The bridge is backed up. Here's another route.
Okay, let's go.
Groceries. What am I low on? What do I need? Just the essentials. Cakes.
Flight 892 is now boarding. All passengers, please proceed to the gate.
Of laughter. It's no secret that laughter makes you smile. Well, guess what? It also raises the levels of chemicals that have a positive...
Flight 892 is now boarding.
Check
All
out.
passengers, please proceed to the gate.
Hey parents, a couple of updates for tonight's game. We're actually playing at McCoy instead of Faxon, and the game's been moved up from 6:15 to 6 o'clock. Also, one more thing, Dylan's out with the flu, so Kyle, you're pitching. See you tonight.
Kyle's pitching?
Kyle's pitching?
I'm pitching?
Pitching? He's never pitched before.
Pops, pay attention.
Repeat, please.
What did you eat for breakfast?
Let's see, cereal and yogurt.
My numbers aren't matching up, Jerry. Did you eat anything else?
And some eggs and some bacon.
Thank you, Jerry. And what were you doing at 2:12 p.m.?
I got a little lightheaded, that's all. I was mowing the lawn.
I'm seeing that it was really hot and humid. Remember, physical exertion in this weather may explain a drop in your numbers.
You're not 25, Pops.
Hey, don't start.
Please stay cool, drink plenty of water, and engage in minimal physical activity over the next 24 hours.
Okay, I will.
Okay, Pops, now you take it easy, all right? Or else no cake for you tonight.
Hey, get out of here.
Hi, how may I help you?
Hi, I'm just here to drop off your groceries.
Okay, door's unlocked.
Where do you want the cake?
The counter's fine.
Okay, cool. Didn't want to ruin any surprises. All right, you should be all set. Have a nice day.
Okay, thanks.
Remember, you have to pick up Kyle soon. Based on traffic, you should leave now.
Hey, Em, have you seen my glove?
Emily, where's Kyle's glove?
I got it! I got the glove! There you go. Go get him, man.
Holy mackerel. Look at the size of that kid. You got it, come on.
Oh, look at his face.
Don't worry, pal. Rough start, but you hung in there.
Those kids were monsters, but you pulled it out anyway. Good for you. Looks like someone's here.
Mom! How you doing?
Honey, you did great.
Hi, honey. Happy birthday. Thank you.
Oh, I missed you guys.
The clip we just watched represents one vision of the potential for how wireless services will impact the way the world works, plays, and interacts. But more importantly, the common theme throughout the clip was the growth and requirement for the wireless transmission of video. The growth in data is stretching the capabilities of all wireless carriers to provide cost-effective solutions which can meet consumers' insatiable appetite for more wireless data. Which brings us full circle to the interplay between wireless and wireline networks. I would suggest one cannot exist without the other. The success of wireless service is dependent on the availability of low-cost transmission of data from cell towers, small cells, and in-building coverage to the wireless switching sites. Consumers today demand access to voice and data services wherever they are and whenever they want, which can only be met with wireless services. Our wireless customers believe their voice and data services rely only upon the cell towers, but we in the industry know better. I want to switch gears and talk directly to the equipment and service providers who make the OSP EXPO possible. As the Vice President of Procurement at Sprint, I understand that partnerships with you can mean the success or failure of our ability to meet the needs of Sprint's ultimate customers, who are the consumers and businesses we serve. So let me share with you what a partnership looks like from my perspective. Partners rely upon each other. They understand each other's strengths and weaknesses. They communicate openly and honestly about what is going well and what is not going well. This communication is planned and frequent. They ensure each other's mutual financial success. They share strategies and mutually engage in problem solving to uncover the best possible outcome. Partnerships are only possible when both parties desire the relationship and see mutual value in it. Not every supplier can in fact be a partner. I know that Sprint can and must do a better job of developing deep and trusting partnership relationships with many of you here today. Under the leadership of our new CEO, Marcelo Clare, I believe this is possible. He understands the importance of supplier partnerships because the company he founded, Brightstar, is a supplier to the telecom industry. You will see many changes within Sprint over the coming months, and the focus on developing supplier partnerships will be one area of focus. In closing, I want to thank OSP Magazine for being the premier forum for educating and highlighting the challenges and opportunities in the telecom industry. The Expo provides a forum to bring together original equipment manufacturers, service providers, and carriers for 2 days of engagement and dialogue focused squarely on our industry. I also want to thank MasTec, KGP, and TE Connectivity for sponsoring my keynote address today. And finally, a special thank you to Sharon Bowman, editor of OSP Magazine, for her support over the years to our industry. And with that, I will take any questions that you might have.
Thank you so much, Gene. We have mic runners in the audience. Please hold up your hand and they will come to you. Question from the front.
Is the video that you showed online and available?
It's actually in, yes, it is. It is online. It's available in, what's the application?
YouTube?
YouTube. It's available on YouTube.
Right here, Lisa. Thanks. Yeah, that video is something else.
Good day. I was going to ask you about some small cell. You talked about small cell earlier. I'm assuming you're doing that with 2.5 gig to deal with capacity issues in the urban cores. How are you dealing with real estate acquisition to deal with small cell deployment? Are you leveraging, say, maybe some Wi-Fi that you had before, or are you dealing with municipalities, indoor, outdoor? Just if you want to talk to that a little bit.
So I actually have responsibility for real estate within Sprint. And I know that right now, the real estate related issues, particularly related to wireless, have always been difficult. Whether it's a macro tower where communities have no interest at all in having what they consider an eyesore, which is a tower in their neighborhood, that has always been a challenge within the wireless industry. With the deployment of distributed antenna systems, small cells, there is even a greater need to attach to commercial buildings, municipal facilities. And I do have a plan that I am in the process of executing, but it is one I would rather not share.
I like that
So
answer.
we understand that there are challenges here, but I think we have an approach that we're going to take that will provide us an advantage in comparison to our competitors.
Thank you. Anyone else? See, Gene, you answered all the questions in your keynote.
See?